Hey everyone, Dr. Jones here again with another weekly video message. And this week, I want to talk to you about how to use your GPS to navigate yourself through these times where we're dealing with remote learning, we're dealing with hybrid learning, on cohort, off cohort, things like that. You see, oftentimes in life, we come into situations that we have to admit and at some point relinquish the idea that we have any control whatsoever. Now, you may say, wait a minute, we've always got a little bit of control, but sometimes that's the slippery slope we run into, that gray area, because we have control over how we respond to incidents and contexts that we're in. We don't always want to react because that gives the idea that we're just doing something rash, quick, and emotional. What we do want to do is respond, which is thoughtful, and then that leads to insightful, and then we can make the right decision in the face of any issue we may be facing. So your GPS, what am I talking about? I'm talking about three things. I'm talking about grace, persistence, and support. Those three areas will lead you through any type of issue you run into. So think about this, grace, right? You have to work with giving people grace and accepting grace. What we often forget to do in times where there's a larger issue that affects multiple people, we forget the idea of giving ourselves grace first. That's right, we can get so caught up in the idea of offering other people grace and making sure that we look to walk in their shoes so we understand why they may be acting the way they act, that we forget we need to offer ourselves grace first. And what that looks like is, yes, you're going to make mistakes. Yes, you're going to mess up. But what you need to do is say, hey, I made a mistake. You need to own it, and you need to move forward. You need to learn from it, and you need to go forward without making it again. And give yourself the grace that you're going to make mistakes and move forward from them. The next thing is persistence, and that has to do with the step after grace or making mistakes. Persistence is the idea that no matter what happens, you stay with it. Sometimes people call it stick-to-itiveness. That's right, I got to make my own word up there. Other times people call it grit or something similar to that, but persistence. You want to persist through hardship because that is what building character is about. That is what will get you through to the other side. You know, often I think about, there's a cartoon out there and it's got two people tunneling, one above the other. And the other one is, the one of them on top is tunneling through and ends up quitting. And he's leaning against the pickaxe. And then on the bottom one, the guy keeps tunneling and runs into a treasure room. The guy in the top tunnel that stopped, that didn't persist, is actually only a few feet away from that treasure room. You see, you got to persist because you never know how close to success you are or how many more steps you need to get there. So make sure you persist. That's the second step. The third one is support. Look, there's no shame in asking for support. We all need support from time to time. So if you see somebody that is trying to offer themselves grace, or others, they're trying to persist, make sure you support them. Make sure you offer them the support that they need. And that often comes in just a slight nuance to the words that you use. You know, I tell my boys whenever they're looking to help with something or get involved in whatever we're working on, and they say, hey, can I help? I say, don't ask, hey, can I help? When you're looking to support somebody, say, what can I do to help? What can I do to support you? Because then that automatically elicits at least some response on some level, no matter how big or small the task is. So make sure that you're looking to support people when they're struggling or persisting, and make sure that you ask for support when you're trying to persist through bigger challenges. Challenges will occur. You need to know how to navigate through them. And the way you do is you check your GPS. You offer yourself grace, you persist, and you seek support where you need it. Hey, look, that's it. That's all I've got for today. Make sure you check that GPS. I look forward to talking to you again, and I really, really appreciate you tuning into these videos. I don't take it for granted. And look, if you want more, I put them out every week, but if you want them automatically, go ahead and hit subscribe to the YouTube channel. Remember, be purposeful, act with integrity, and continue to build your character. You have a great day.